Well, good day. Thank you for joining me. It's currently July 29th, and we're just kind of leaving Bridgetown. It's quite hot. It's 28 degrees, and we're going to take the dogs for a swim. We've been inside. They've been inside most of the day, and it's been so hot that it hasn't really been fit for them to be outside doing a whole lot, so that's kind of why we've been inside most of the day. But now that it's getting a little bit later in the afternoon, it's approaching 4 o'clock, we're gonna go over to Milbury Lake and let the little dogs have a little swim. Hopefully have a little bit of fun, not get too hot. We're kind of taking the long way, to be honest with you. I'm in no hurry to get back home or to get there and get back home. We had been out to the cabin for a few days, but Cooper really wasn't kind of seeming himself yesterday later in the afternoon and stuff. He was kind of putting on that he was in a little bit of pain. This morning he seems to be kind of alright, he seems to be back to himself, but we came home just to be a little bit closer to things, just in case anything was a little bit out of sorts or a little bit different. But knock on wood, everything just kind of keeps on the up and up for him. So that being said, we're not just going to sit home all the time. I think it's a nice day. We'll take him out, and him and Abby can go for a little swim. Them clouds have been kind of ugly all day. And here I am, I got the roof off my Jeep. It wouldn't have been the first time. If I do get caught in the rain, it wouldn't be the first time. Last year I got caught in a real good downpour. By the time I got home, the cups, like the cup holders and everything, was just pretty much level. That's the only thing about, like, this Jeep has leather interior, and that's the only thing of that is where it was the, like, heat of summer. I got caught in a downpour, and yeah, the seats got wet, the back seat got wet, but when it dried out, it seemed to have dried out so fast that it, right in the front edge of one of my seats, there's a crack in the leather, and Pretty sure that's why. I mean, I got 2 dogs in it, but there's nothing else. Like, there's nowhere else. It's kind of where it's at one of the spots where the leather gets pinched and stitched together. But yeah, it was quite a day. And I was only in between Bridgetown and Annapolis when it occurred. And I could see it, and I was like, there's no way that I can get home. And it wasn't giving rain, but then it kind of changed and was giving rain, so. It was just one of those days. That's a neat looking building. I wonder what that's for. Had a little chimney out of it. A cool little shape though. Nowadays you really don't know, you don't want to make too many assumptions, because anything, like so many things can be, like it could be small, like a small hole, like a, I don't know. Like I say, I don't want to make any assumptions of what it is, because you can be made to look pretty stupid these days. People are pretty ingenious with some things and their creativity. And again, if you hear a little dingling, like a high-pitched dingling, that's probably Abby's dog tag, because she goes from window to window in the back, and tag on the front of her collar there kind of hangs and dingles on the side of the window. And Cooper always just sits in the back and doesn't move. He just sits with his window his head half of the window. But Abby's always full force, head right out the window. Like, it's a whole thing. She's definitely got main character syndrome. Main character vibes. Turn up Beaconsfield Road. Just kind of taking some of these little country roads, little back roads. Something nice about driving the back road with the top down. quite a dust cloud behind us though. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that is going to be no good. Laugh now. So I am going to get so dusted. I'm actually going to stop filming. And now I'll just bring you down and inside. Here we go. I'm going to get dusted. How you like my duckies? I would go as far to bet, I'm pretty sure that that's the tractor load of hay that we seen when I first started recording this video in Bridgetown. I'd put money on it. What do you think, Coop? I think that was the same one, don't you? I think Cooper thinks it was the same one too. Put the window up for Cooper. He always likes his window up, and that way he can just look at. He likes to look out in behind the back door. Between that and the roll cage, he likes to kind of put his head there. But Abby, on the other hand, she's still 3/4 animal. She'd have her head right out the window if I'd let her, but I don't want to get her hurt with any like flies or anything like that going 80 mile an hour or 80 clicks. Smack her in the face. Should probably get a set of goggles for her. Those little dog goggles. Oh, I just got bad luck today. That's all there is to it. We're not getting the luck. Today would not be a day to go to Vegas. Yeah, 27 degrees. It's definitely gonna feel nice to get in a lake. Fields are looking nice though. Crops look nice and healthy. I know the old gentleman behind my house. I know he's been busy haying the field. And I'm not exaggerating, but he's still going, and he's doing most of the work himself at 93 years old. If there's a tractor in the field, then he's in a tractor on the field, I can guarantee it. They've been busy the last couple days, and it's always nice to get away from the house when they are haying the field, because some of the field is in close proximity to my house. If you've watched some of the winter walks and stuff with the dogs, we frequent down into that field, and when the machinery is in the field, it kind of distracts the dogs a little bit, and they think something's in the yard or whatever, and they get barking. Not so much Cooper, but Abby. Cooper probably really can hardly hear much of it, but once Abby gets going, then kind of Cooper follows along, and you get the little orchestra plays you a tune. And then when they take the hay out from like the field and go past the house, it becomes quite distracting for the dogs. So it's always nice this time of year if we can get away from the house and get to the cottage, or just kind of get away for the day or whatever. It's always a nice little extra to keep them entertained that way, rather than just endlessly barking at a tractor, just trying to get his work done. I always shift into four-wheel drive just for this section of this road anyway, because it's so steep that I don't know what causes it, but it gets so washboarded. And by that, you might be able to see it, but it's just horizontal bumps all the way, just stacked on top of each other all the way up. So if you're asking why I'm on that side of the road, that's why. Oh my. That's why I call it washboard. You might as well be driving up an old, like, 1950s washboard. I'm sorry, Jeep. My darling. Abby don't care. She just wants to get to her spot. Abby just wants to get to where she's going swimming. I don't know if there's a Bernese that likes the water more than Abby does. It's kind of her thing. And Cooper now, he was always a really good, like, he was always a big water dog, always liked the water. Now he just kind of goes out, and when he can't swim, or if he can't swim anymore, he sometimes just kind of wades in the water. He'll go out and stand there, and when he starts getting a little warm or maybe drying off a little bit, he kind of dunks down in, like covers his back again and stands back up. It's kind of comical to watch, but like I said, he's 13 and a half years old, and that's kind of, we're all doing whatever we can to make do, and that's what he's doing. But it's quite cute. See right across the bay. The Bay of Fundy looks to be just like flat as glass. That's good though. The lobster fishermen will be landing gear these next 3 days. Some of them have already started. Look at the lily pads. Look at all the lily pads, Abby. Oh, we've lost 3 degrees already. It's 24. That's the beauty of the Bay of Fundy. The closer you get to the Bay of Fundy, the colder it gets. On most hot days, it'll buy you 4 or 5 degrees. And if it's foggy, it'll be even cooler. Like I've seen it be like 27 or so in the Annapolis Valley, and over on the Bay Shore by the Bay of Fundy, it's like 20, 21, 22 degrees, something like that, 20. You don't even know that there's a massive heat bomb going on. That was the beauty of growing up over there. It really was a place unlike no other. Like, and then you think of the time capsule that I kind of grew up in. It was, you know, when my mom needed to find us, or if she thought I went somewhere I wasn't supposed to be or whatever, she just drove down the highway or down the road through the neighborhood and looked for the bicycles on the lawn. It's not even a cliche, that's what it was. That's exactly how it was for us. There was about 10 of us, and that's what we did. We all just kind of cruised around, and did a lot of swimming in the brooks and a lot of road hockey, baseball. But a lot of bicycle adventures for sure, up and down the Bay Shore. And we used to bike up here, actually. I used to bike up here. I had a friend that lived on the lake road. And then times when my grandmother would be up to the cabin. Once I got like 11, 12 years old and stuff, I'd bike. We'd bike all the way up here. Or go swimming in Hogan's Brook down here. And that's just down at the end of the road here. I don't know, it was the beauty of the time. You couldn't do a lot of stuff like, you know, that you did now, like, or like you did then, back then, like you do now. Which is sad. Yeah, I just kind of kept on driving because I get kind of curious to see how cool it was actually going to be over here. And just like I was actually saying, on top of the mountain when we were coming down at 27, 28 degrees, and it was down to 25 and 24, we're down to 21 degrees now. And I'll just say it feels fabulous. Everything's just washboarded. That's unfortunate. Yeah. So that shows you. $21 degrees. That's a 7-degree shift. Anyway, we're gonna head back up. Now I'm gonna take these dogs to the lake because they probably didn't know. They probably don't know what I'm saying, but I feel like I'd be lying if I didn't take them to the lake and we just drove by it. So we're gonna head back up and we're gonna head to the lake, and they're gonna get their little swim and hopefully be happy about it. And if you're wondering what I did right there, it's just, there's really just two entrances to this lake. You can get to here from the Bay of Fundy side or the Granville Ferry side of the mountain. And this side over here has 2 entrances. So. Jeez. That's a little bit speedy. I think I'll just sit here for a second and let that dust cloud settle. We'll catch up to you when we're at the cabin. As you can see, we've reached the lake, but I don't ever remember it being this low. Like, it's extremely low. The dogs haven't even been in yet, which is kind of odd. They haven't had much interest in it. But yeah, you can see a lot of the grasses and stuff all sticking out. And over the few years, like, especially my mother, she's taken a lot. She's done a lot and kind of cleared this out. Oh, there goes Koopy. There he goes, have a little dunk and a drink. His little dunk. Attaboy. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, it's kind of gray sky over. The day doesn't really know what it wants to do, but I think we got an idea of what tomorrow's going to bring. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. But before I leave you, I'm just going to take you up along my mother's little flowers at the garden. Her little flower garden at the lake. She's kind of got the green thumb. I know it's not really much, it's sparse, but I mean, she only planted this stuff last year. It's pretty nice, I think. When that fills out in years to come, that's going to be quite nice. And Abby always likes to sniff it and kind of get in amongst it. She always takes the time to stop and smell some flowers. Anyway, until next time, I think we're going to enjoy the sun while it comes out here for a brief couple little minutes, or however long it takes. enjoy the peace and quiet. Because I think tomorrow we're going to be indoors without a choice of it. So again, thank you for joining me. If you watched until now, I appreciate you very much. Until next time, enjoy your days, try not to waste them. Bye for now.